where I'm responsible for e-commerce, so online shopping, digital shopper marketing, and digital-enabled business innovation. It's actually a new department we're recruiting to use digital as a sales channel and as a tool to influence shoppers. If you think about Coca-Cola, you obviously think about nice campaigns, nice TV commercials, Santa, polar bears, etc. Big assets we have been building over the last 127 years. So actually, we constantly try to evolve the way we do marketing, aiming to be close to the consumer, so embracing new platforms as Facebook, for example. And actually a new area for us is also how can we link that to purchase? How can we drive transactions? And moving from brand love to brand value, closing that loop in general. So that's what my presentation is about. How can we make sure that we move from consumer engagement also to shopper transactions and see digital as a channel for online transactions and as a tool to influence shoppers in general throughout their shopping journey, their path to purchase. So it's a whole new journey for us. It's a new department we're recruiting now, learning how can we influence the shopper online in an online shopping environment. So that's one aspect of digital in a commercial environment. How can we influence the shopper on a web shop, working very closely with the retailer on that. That's one part of the job and where we try to test and learn new things and really get a better view on how that works, how are the new rules of engagement defined. Another aspect is really much broader throughout the path to purchase. We see that new trends influence the shopper in another way. More and more shoppers are already planning their purchase before they get into the store. You think about the zero moment of truth of Google invented. But also this is probably the case a long time for high involvement products like cars or people look and do research about what will they purchase. But we also see that for grocery more and more that people already plan their purchase before they go into the store. And we want to make sure we understand that shopping journey and we can influence them throughout that path to purchase with the ultimate goal to provide actually an integrated omni-channel shopping experience, being as personal as we can, and connecting all the different elements of that journey through tools as mechanics like adding to basket from social media, providing immediately the option to purchase it online, for example, or looking at what is e-couponing or mobile couponing doing within that path to purchase. So really testing, learning, defining what has the biggest impact, the biggest reach, the biggest engagement, and then how can we glue that together, make it more personal, connecting the assets. That's actually our vision and how we try to work. So if you look at how are we embracing new media, new platforms, trying to be where the shopper and the consumer is in the end, we often apply a very simple rule, which we call the 70-20-10 rule, investing 70% in things that we know that work. It could be traditional media, but making sure, spreading the risk over the time and over our budget. So 70% we know that works. 20% is more about innovating what we know that works. So adding extra technology or tools on a TV commercial, a tag on, etc. And 10% is really experimenting. Really the black box, what will that do in terms of impact, reach, that might be the future 70-20, so it's really learning there, and that's a simple rule we try to apply across our media plan, but also across our investments in general. So if you look at the evolution and specifically about Belgium, in terms of how mature is the market, then we see that Belgium is maybe a bit behind of other neighbor markets in terms of mobile penetration, in terms of also online shopping e-commerce. I think there's good reasons for that in terms of mobile, for example, the fact that mobile data is very expensive, and we see now that actually we are catching up with other markets. So that's a good thing, I think. We're really catching up, and in a couple of years we should be much closer to the other markets, and it goes very quickly. So I think it's the right moment to already learn and experiment also on mobile, definitely on social, because it's already big business, it's already a big reach as well. And the same thing for e-commerce, for online shopping. It's rather small. I think it's about 46% I heard of people in Belgium buying already online versus 70-80% in markets like UK, Netherlands. But already it's one family on two that already buy something online. If you look at grocery, talking about Coca-Cola, then it's much less the case yet. But it grows quickly again. And if you see how quick it goes in markets like UK, then I think it's the right moment to invest and learn how to be present in those channels.